Yo everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a review on what has been claimed as the best eyeshadow primer in the world, and that is this eyeshadow primer right here, which is called the P.Louise Base from P.Louise Makeup, P.Louise Makeup Academy. P.Louise is Paige Louise. She is a makeup artist based in the UK, up north near Huddersfield, in between Huddersfield and Manchester. Firstly, apologies, I've got a cold. If I sound a bit weird, it's a bit difficult to talk, so just thought I'd let you know now. But yeah, so this is a new product of hers. She has got a makeup academy. She's an amazing makeup artist. I follow her on Instagram, and I follow her makeup academy on Instagram too. They do amazing looks. And she has slowly been releasing her own makeup line over the past couple of months. And this became particularly famous when Nikki Tutorials mentioned that it was the best eyeshadow primer in the world, according to her. Now, obviously, Nikki Tutorials is an amazing makeup artist. We know that she's known for her bright, amazing, colourful looks, and she tries everything and anything out there to let us know what her thoughts are on it. So I recently got mine. It cost £10 and I had to pay £3.99 in postage and packing because P.Louise is still a very new makeup brand, and I don't think that they were expecting the amount of orders they were going to get as a result of Nikki Tutorials obviously mentioning it. They often sell out and then you have to be placed on a pre-order. My pre-order was done in March and it was delayed because something happened with their warehouse or something, but I eventually got mine and I've been using mine for the past couple of days. I'm using it today to do this. I was having a bit of fun with makeup, like, guys, you know, makeup is for fun. Sometimes you like to sit there and spend at least 3 hours playing around with makeup to see what you can come up with. So I did this crazy cut crease, half cut crease, glitter, loads of makeup, etc. And I used this to do this look. Now, the eyeshadow primer that I've been happily using for the past, I don't know how long, is the Urban Decay Primer Potion. And I've got no issues with that. I've never had any problems with it. It's vibrant, it stops creasing, etc. But I was really interested to see why this was so good, and plus my Urban Decay Primer Potion was about to run out. It's kind of gone off. I've had it for so long it just refuses to finish, so I was happy to try out something new. So I got mine literally a couple of days ago. Now, I wasn't aware at the time that they actually came in shades. There was only one available for me to pick, but this one appears to be in the shade called Rumour number 2. Now, it is a very, obviously you can see here, it's a very light shade, but does that make any difference to me? It makes no difference. So for those of you guys that are worried that, oh my god, it's going to be too light for my skin tone, it goes underneath your eyeshadow. Because can you tell that I've got something very light underneath my eyeshadow? No, you can't. Most eyeshadow primers tend to be on the lighter side, just because that's the way that they're made. If you obviously use a pink one, it's going to make your eyeshadow look more pink. So the best kind of shade to normally go for are these kind of pale beigey sort of shades. So I don't really think it will make a difference what colour your skin tone is. If you were to get this shade Rumour number 2, it'd be absolutely fine. Now, is it the best eyeshadow primer in the world, on the other hand? Now, I have used my fair share of eyeshadow primers, and for me, and for something to have that claim of best in the world, firstly, it's difficult for me to say because I've not tried every single one in the world. I've been using the Urban Decay Primer Potion for so many years. I've used the Too Faced one as well, which was okay. Urban Decay was better. I've used the Primark one. Some people hate it. I actually think it's pretty good. I've got no issues with it. And this one is just as good, I would say. Whether or not I can say it's the best eyeshadow primer in the world, I don't really think I can agree or disagree with that claim, purely because I've not tried all of the ones in the world. I don't know if anybody has. However, is this a great eyeshadow primer? Yes, I give it a complete 10 out of 10. It's absolutely excellent. Now, it comes in a 15ml tube, and you can see that it just is a tube basically, and it's got a screw top, and then you just squeeze it out from the top and use as much or as little as you want. Now, in comparison to Urban Decay, and the only reason I'm going to make that comparison is because it's one that I use a lot and I've used the most, I have to use a lot less of this than I do of that. With that one, I can be quite slapdash, quite haphazard, and just kind of stick it in and whack it on my eyes and blend it out. With this one, I have to be so careful as to how much I take out of this. Literally, a pinprick is enough, or a generous pinprick is enough to cover my entire lid and more. So this is going to last a really long time. It's not thick in consistency the same way the Urban Decay Primer Potion is. It's a lot more runny, meaning that you can move it around a lot more easily, and it doesn't dry immediately as well. Once you have left it on for a little while, it kind of dries down to a semi-tacky sort of finish. It does not dry down completely matte and kind of velvety feeling. But I do have to say that whereas with the Urban Decay one, I have to set that primer on my face, because what I've noticed is that if I don't set it, it's a bit too tacky, and when I start to apply my eyeshadow, it drags and leaves drag marks. Now with this one, I tested it out and it did not happen. I did not have to set it, so I literally put this on my eyes, waited a couple of minutes for it to kind of dry, and then just went in with my eyeshadow, and it was absolutely seamless, easy to blend application, no problems, no snagging, no dragging, no tire marks is what I kind of call them, because you know when you get that kind of look on your eyes when you're trying to blend something out, it looks like tire tread marks. You don't get that with this at all. It does not interfere with my eyeshadow at all, and that's one of the reasons why I've given it a 10 out of 10. I don't find a lot of primers out there that can do that. I find a lot of them I have to set them to stop that tackiness interfering with how my eyeshadow applies. Excuse the scabby nails, nail polish needs to come off. Anyway, so this is what it looks like. Just a very clean, sleek, matte looking tube, and then you can see the colour on the inside. And then literally I will show you how much you need to use to cover your entire eye. That. Can you see that? That is it. That is all you need to cover your entire eye from brow to your lash line. And then this is what it looks like when I've applied it to my skin. I've applied it quite thickly and quite generously. So this is so you can see, obviously it is a lot lighter than my skin, but it's not a problem for me, because this is kind of how my Urban Decay one was anyway. And once you apply your eyeshadow to it, it will cover up the colour anyway. So this is just so that I could show you guys what it looks like up close in person. It's very easy to blend, like you can see, and you just have to pat it down just to kind of set it, if anything, to fill out any creases that you might have on your eyes and whatnot, to make it nice and soft to apply afterwards. With eyeshadow, I mean. So this is what it looks like from a distance, as you can see. And then once it dries to a kind of, not even a semi-tacky finish, it's only very slightly tacky, but I guess that is also dependent on how much you apply. If you apply too much to your eyes, you will see that it is a lot more tackier and a lot more difficult to make things blend out. You must let this set before you apply your eyeshadow. I also have layered this twice to do a semi-cut crease as well. It works great in place of using a concealer to do a cut crease, because a concealer you still have to set it because it's still very thick and emollient in consistency, and concealers, the same way that they can crease under your eyes, they can crease on top of your eyes as well, because it is a liquid product and not necessarily an actual eyeshadow primer. So I find that this works really well to do a cut crease as well, to tidy up your eyes. It keeps the colours vibrant, it keeps them in place all day. There is no creasing that happens whatsoever, and overall I'm really happy with this. If you guys can get your hands on it, I would highly recommend it. Like I said, I give it a 10 out of 10. It's absolutely excellent quality, and I'm really happy to see such a small brand given that platform by somebody like Nikki Tutorials so that they can grow as a business. I'm also obviously a very big supporter of British brands that get that kind of reach out like all over the world, because there are lots of British brands out there that are kind of overshadowed by a lot of US brands. So for a company or a person like P.Louise, I'm really happy to back a company like that. She's also got an eyeshadow palette which has come out recently, and she's working on a whole load of other things as well. That's it. What else can I say? On my lips today I'm wearing NYX's Toulouse Soft Matte Lip Cream, and obviously I'm using this to do my crazy eye makeup look today. If you've got any comments or questions about this product, let me know below and I will try and answer them to the best of my ability. Other than that, I hope you guys are wonderful and great and you found this review useful and helpful, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.